case number 24DR-3556.
It gets louder. I'll open the boxes up in a minute.
Good morning. And, is there any objection to hearing the cases at the same time?
No, Your Honor wishes to inquire my clients if you want, if they don't have any objection to do it at the same time.
Tap, tap, tap.
It's going to be overlapping testimony.
Yes.
All right, let me ask, Ms. Jacobson, do you object to hearing the case?
You're welcome.
Okay. All right, then let's give the attorney a minute to set up his electronics. And,
Your Honor.
Judge, I'm also going to ask to invoke the rule.
okay. Are there any witnesses who have been subpoenaed or asked to come in to testify about this case? All right, there's two people in the back. All right, a rule of procedure has been invoked, which requires that you stay outside the courtroom, except during the time you're called to testify. This rule also requires that you not discuss your testimony.
You're welcome. Now, this is just her, the judge having her witnesses, which were Aaron and Mimi, step out of the courtroom.
So, for instance, if one of you testifies, you can't go outside and say to the other one, these are the questions they asked me.
If this live goes down, we will be going to YouTube because she will not be silencing me.
Do you have any questions about the rule? Okay, very good. Then you can step outside, please.
Yep, this is the Florida court.
All right.
Okay, now to the second part.
All right, very good. All right, the counsel and petitioner, I'm ready to begin. And let me just have anyone who will be testifying that's in the courtroom, if you could raise your right hand.
Go out and come back in.
You too. All right, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing
It's
but
in my bio, Alicia.
Judge, if everybody could just speak up and put their names on the record, because
My YouTube account is in my bio. It's Find Out 1019.
so that we can have all the parties, since there's two on my side, Ms. Jacobson's there, if we could have everybody just put their names on the record.
All right.
And with the oath.
Thank you, though.
Very good. Then I believe all three indicated that they do swear or affirm to tell the truth. So let me have the petitioner
If we're not too tired, we'll open boxes and talk about it.
state your name, and you're very soft-spoken, so if you could just try to talk into the microphone.
Sorry, Your Honor. My name is Gabrielle. Jacobson.
Okay. And,
Natasha Brown. Laura Harding.
all right, very good.
Respectfully, Judge, I just asked if you could administer the oath now that all three have put their name on the record, just because there might be a motion at the end of the case that I have.
Okay. Thank you. All right, very good. So let me start again. Let's just do it one at a time then. Let me have the petitioner. Okay. State your name.
Gabrielle Jacobson.
All right.
Hey.
And if you raise your hand again, do you swear or affirm? to
She gets
tell the
louder.
truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Very good. You want to do these? Okay.
Yes.
So as to the respondents.
Natasha Brown.
Okay. Ms. Brown, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Your name?
Laura Harding.
All right. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. Very good. Okay. Now, we can either do a brief opening or go directly into testimony. Do you want to give an opening or do you... Okay. Okay. So she's shaking her head yes. We are being recorded.
Yep.
So everything that's being said is being recorded. So with hand movements and head movements, that's not going to be reflected.
Thanks for the
in
gifts, guys. They're not necessary.
An opening kind of just is
I forgot to shut 'em off.
Overview, not to really get into testimony in the case. And then counsel for the defense or respondents can give an opening and we'll begin the testimony.
Oh, it gets...
Okay, so
Just wait.
give an opening then.
All right. Your Honor, I stand before you today deeply concerned for the safety and
You're not
well-being
late.
of myself and my son. For months, I have been the target of cyber stalking and cyber harassment that's leaving me feeling unsafe in my own home. Threats of violence, threats of rape, and harassment. They have made it very clear that they are not going to stop, no matter what the consequences are. The fraudulent CPS calls, the disturbing acts of posting my address, of offers and free items, has put my family at risk and has caused significant emotional distress.
Not a tear.
I fear from the safety of myself and my son. He is a minor and he's vulnerable. I'm asking for a personal protection order to ensure that we can live without fear and to regain our sense of security.
Counsel, do you wish to reserve or give your opening at this time?
Just briefly, Judge, I'll do it so the court is aware of some of my cross-examinations. These are fake petitions. She has filed fake petitions across the country
thank you.
regarding fraudulent injunctions, Your Honor. She's a TikToker. What she does is she goes on TikTok and she creates fake drama and creates fake things that never happen so that she could then get viewers. She makes tens of thousands of dollars by putting up fake posts about things that never actually happened to her. She's a wannabe actress on TikTok where she creates fake drama. She's never met my clients before. She's never seen them before probably until today. She's never met them. My clients have never texted her. They've never called her. Both of them are from out of state. And one is from Indiana. Miss Laura Harding is from Indiana and flew here for this. Miss Natasha Brown is from Ohio and flew here for this. She has filed fake injunctions in...
I love him too. He is the best.
In DuPage County, Illinois. They were all dismissed. I could put the names on the record later. It'll be part of my case. She has also filed one against Laura Harding, who's here, a fake injunction that was done in Monroe County. That hearing happened back in September. It was denied by the court up there, and then she refiled here. This person,
it gets better.
Is coming to my attention, is going to be putting these proceedings on TikTok for a financial gain. This is nothing more than someone who's abusing the court system for financial gain. There's been no threats, ever.
Thank you, Villain.
And I believe that's what the evidence is going to show. The temporaries were not granted, and they were not granted for a reason. There's no dates in here. There's no times. There's no evidence whatsoever that my clients even know her. So other than what they've seen about her on TikTok, that she's a professional scam artist is what the evidence is going to show. Thank you.
All right. So, counsel, do you object if she testifies from the table? Okay.
Not at all.
Okay, very good. All right, so ma'am, this is...
See where it's highlighting is where we're at.
And stay away from she's and hers because there's two respondents, so I need you to identify by name.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, I sent Natasha and Laura.
Objection. Your Honor, she's reading from a script.
She's reading from a script.
That's not proper testimony.
Nope.
Your Honor, I am just very scared, and I wrote it out just to help me bulletproof the points.
Oh, thank you.
Well, if it's a document that you've written...
Well, everything I'm about to say is I'm going to show you evidence backing up my statement.
Well,
It gets better.
you need to testify.
No, you're not late. It's just starting.
Recollection by looking at your notes, you can do that, but you should try to testify without reading a statement.
Okay, Your Honor. So I sent Natasha and Laura a cease and desist for them to please stop talking about me. Since then, they are both on live, making a joke out of it. Natasha Brown, I have her on a screen recording, stated, "This is a joke. You're not going to win, and I'm not going to stop talking about you." And she said the words, "I'm going to wipe this with my butt." Your Honor, Natasha Brown and Laura Harding, I can't go on a live stream without them making fun of me, talking about my body parts, saying nasty things on live about me. They have posted my address.
Objection, Your Honor. She's reading from a script.
Okay.
Reading from a script.
Okay. So, again, to testify...
You haven't missed anything, Oat. It's just starting.
Yeah, without using...
I'm sorry.
See, it'll tell you right up here where
So
we're
ever
at.
since my phone number and address were doxxed, I've gotten violence of threats, a rape threat. And
See, it tells you right here where we're at.
Every time. Facts not in evidence. She never alleged anything regarding rape in either.
Tap, tap, tap.
So she's bringing in extrinsic, new facts, new allegations that aren't in.
Your Honor, I have everything that I would like you to see, please.
Okay.
Please.
We are in court of law, so the rules of evidence are...
Oh, she gets worse.
So,
Thank you, Lynn.
if you have exhibits, there's a way of introducing them.
Also, Miss Laura Harding has posted pictures of my son, has talked absolutely nasty about my son, posting his IEP, talking about his IEP, telling me that I'm a shitty mother. And
Facts,
how
baby.
they are calling CPS, weaponizing law enforcement, making a joke, laughing about it, getting all their followers to call. Laura Harding stated that she would call SSI and
Nope.
tell everybody to call
Wrong-o.
SSI to get my Social Security taken away from my son.
Wrong-o.
Also, the last couple of days in the court, before court, Natasha Brown, and I have her on a recording,
Thank you,
stated that
Goldie.
she's going to be in the courtroom. And she said that I want her to walk past me so I can see if she smells like tuna and cornfish. Then I have it on a recording that Natasha Brown is going to take pictures and recording me outside of the courthouse.
And it was...
Standing with Laura
But guess who recorded her outside the courthouse? Her sister and Momo did that, not me.
Harding. Also, I have a screen recording that Laura Harding called me a cunt. I'm sorry. And what?
People called me a cunt.
Also,
None of this is in her petition. Okay. None of this. This is all. I'm asking her to be. Whatever's in her petition is obviously what she can talk about. Now we're talking about rape and
If we go down here, we'll be on YouTube.
Your Honor, this was just a couple days ago.
Okay, well, okay. We need to stay focused on what's in the petition because that's what you're here for court. There hasn't been a supplemental petition filed. So,
You see, a narcissist has trouble following the rules that the rest of us has to abide by. And here in the courtroom, she had to follow the rules that were set for all of us. It was really hard. YouTube's in my bio.
petition, and if you have exhibits that are going to help you explain, you'll need to try to move those into evidence.
I am clearing my name. With facts. That lawyer's the greatest.
So when Natasha Brown has doxed my address and phone number, all of them were included in phone calls over and over again. I had threats of saying, "I'm going to go kill yourself."
It was hard.
I believe there's a direct correlation with Natasha and my safety for these threats. Also, there has been, since my address was put out there, I've been getting Craigslist ads saying free diapers and wipes. I have been scared in my home, getting knocked on the door by strangers. I have a screenshot stating that they are going to come and I'm going to give them the diapers and wipes like I promised them. I called the police and I said, "I am scared. Can you guys please send a police officer? Because I don't know who's going to show up at my door." I am living in fear, Your Honor, every time I'm home.
She can't prove any of us did that.
If there's a knock on the door, I'm scared. I call my fiance and I'm like, "Babe, there's a knock on the door. I don't know who's here." I changed my numbers multiple times and they still find me and they still harass me.
No, ma'am, we don't. You're on a public platform.
I have all the evidence of the Craigslist and the phone calls, Your Honor, and the threats and the rape threats.
She can't prove who done them. And see what it says right down
I have
here?
a lot of exhibits I would like the court to see with Laura Harding and what she has said about my son and how she posted
Granted.
pictures of my son. That needs to be shown.
She was
My son doesn't
denied.
deserve this, Your Honor, and they're not going to stop. And Natasha stated that she, if nothing happens today,
Oh my God, thank you.
and blast the law firm and make me the worst person it's a mockery. And I'm scared of what she's going to do if I don't get a PPO.
Did you have
Yes, she represented herself.
Try to introduce because there's predicates. So
She'd already been denied 5 times prior, and also in the state of Indiana before she decided to take me to court in
When would you
Florida.
like me to go with the Laura exhibits?
we just handed the attorney 3 stacks of paper, so give him a minute to look through it,
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
and then we'll have to go through each one individually.
They can record it. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm clearing my name.
First stack.
Also here. I'm so sorry.
And this looks like something different that was not in the, some of these look something different that were not in the original. There's improper foundation here and hearsay to the first stack.
All right, let's mark that A just for identification.
There's nothing to authenticate any of those. There's nothing whatsoever.
The truth is coming out.
Stack, random phone numbers, random, nothing to authenticate any of these. This is all hearsay.
See, nothing was authenticated.
Fraudulent.
All hearsay, so it's denied. None of it gets to go in there.
The people in the second stack was not in her original.
All right, then we'll mark this.
Oh my God, he's the
for
best.
Identification purposes, just so the record's clear.
Mike
The
Colombo.
third stack is the same thing. This is not in the original either Lauren Harding or Natasha Brown. This is all hearsay. None of this is
You're welcome.
authenticated. This is all hearsay, and there's no way to tell who created this, and it's our position that she created this. This is all false, that she created this herself for her TikTok profits. None of this, it's all hearsay.
All right, so that will be Exhibit C for identification. All right.
I got it up full blast, babe. Yep, denied it because she couldn't authenticate it because she's faked too much evidence.
These are all the police reports that I filed.
All right, so based on the evidentiary objections, did you have anything further in terms of arguing against the objections that this is hearsay, that it's not authenticated?
Yes, Your Honor, everything that is in there is 100% the truth. And I have screen recordings proving that this Natasha Brown is this TikTok live stream as well that is cyber stalking me.
You guys,
and I have everything that I can prove. I have her speaking about how she's going to take pictures of me and how she found a hotel that's 15 minutes away from me. She was stating all of this in the last couple days. It's been going on for months. I have tons of proof, and I've made police reports.
At this point,
guys, thank you. Stop
none of this is in her affidavit.
Just tap so we don't go down.
And all of those documents are hearsay.
All right. They've been marked for exhibit for the record, but the court would have
Oh my
to
God,
sustain
guys,
the
quit
objection
that.
as to hearsay as to all 3 composite exhibits. So,
Thank you, but please. Yes, I will post it to my YouTube.
To argue your case.
So when I file, Your Honor, they just told me to just do a rough summary and then to bring in all the evidence.
Hearsay.
Okay. Well,
So it's my first time doing this as
No,
well.
it wasn't.
okay. You can choose to hire counsel to represent you, or you can proceed pro se, which is what you've chosen to do. But I can't assist you in telling you how to present your case. All I can do is rule on objections. And at this point, the objection is that those documents are hearsay. So it doesn't get something into evidence just to say, I have evidence and it's all true.
Okay, and then what about I want to show you clips of her speaking?
Well, again, are they in your,
They told me I couldn't do it. I have a flash drive.
Okay, there's 143 pages to your petition.
Did you hear that? 143 pages to her petition.
So, are these exhibits referenced in your petition?
They should be.
Yep, she had burden
the
of
last
proof.
couple of days with the whole court thing that she's been on live talking about how they're going to take me down, how their goal was to shut us up.
Okay.
So I'm going to object.
Okay. I'm sorry, go ahead, counsel.
My objection is this is well outside the scope of the injunction, whatever she's filed.
Okay. All right, the injunction was filed on October 31st, 2024, I believe, is what the clerk's records reflect. So we need to stay with the supporting evidence up to the date of filing. So I believe what you're telling me now is this is all stuff that's occurred since?
With the injunction, Your Honor, I did mention about Craigslist and CPS, fraudulent CPS, how they call nonstop.
Mind you, she didn't have any evidence of that either.
CPS is actually looking into this as
She had
well.
no evidence. She just thinks the judge should take her word like here on TikTok.
And they said they won't stop.
The real world doesn't work that way.
Also, I mentioned in my injunction that doxing my address, and I have proof of her account and her picture that stating that that is her account, and a picture that she doxed my number. And ever since she doxed my number, that is where all the harassment started. She's the ringleader of the whole group. And I do believe that between Natasha posting my address and phone number, it put a risk to my family's safety. And Your Honor, I am living in fear. I had no issues prior to Natasha doxing my number and address.
Oh my God, thank you.
Making a joke on live. It's been screen recorded. It's live, and you can't.
Oh my God, was that what I thought it was? Lord have mercy.
Deny evidence. You just can't.
Y'all are gonna make me cry.
It's not hearsay if you have it on recording, Your Honor. And I would love to show it to you because...
Did you hear what she told the judge? She thinks she could boss the judge.
I just want to be able to go home and be able to have a sense of security.
And
knowing
stop
that I'm
rage
not gonna live in
baiting.
fear.
Stop lying on people. Think she could tell the judge all kinds of lies, and the judge is just supposed to believe her because she makes that silly noise. I appreciate you all. Thank you. That's not what I'm doing this for.
Objection if he wishes, and then let me make a legal ruling.
We'll start with Laura Harding.
She called me a cunt. I love you guys too. Thank you so much. Yep, it'll be on YouTube. According to her, she said 3 years, but...
Laura Harding.
Reading from a document, not an evidence.
Okay. Again, you're trying to reference to...
Trying to read her script again.
It's an exhibit. I'm matching up to...
Okay.
I mean, I don't have to read this.
Okay.
Yes, let me remind you all, the Attorney General that she claims, you know, she's not in trouble with, was sitting directly behind me in the courtroom, listening to all of this, every bit of it. And you guys can ask Slot that this shit takes time, not just 5 months.
Exhibit for the court to look at. There's no exhibit in evidence.
Submitted in evidence.
There's nothing received into evidence.
And she just keeps faking doctors
are not in evidence.
and documents.
So
She
I
just
can't consider that
thinks
as
she's
evidence.
untouchable.
Because the proper...
Oh my God, what is that? Mabel, thank you.
I'm sorry, Honor. I wish I would have known that.
All right. Are you able to go forward with any proof at this time?
I have proof, but it's not in my injunction.
Okay.
But I do have proof of CPS threats that was in my injunction.
All right. If you have threats of CPS that are in the injunction, again, give me reference, an exhibit.
You guys are great. Thank you. You don't need to do that.
There's any objection to the court receiving the document?
All right, everybody's just supposed to take her for her word because she's so credible, right? She has a clue. The dump is just an act. She's done this to multiple people in multiple courtrooms across the country. I appreciate it. You guys are going to make me cry for real. I did this because she has lied on multiple people, multiple other creators here on TikTok, and they go silent. She's just been getting... I'm not going to go silent. I have a voice and I'm going to use it. You don't get to lie on my name and fake evidence. You don't get to do that, Gabby. This is my truth. My truth comes with hard fucking facts that don't give a fuck about your feelings.
Is all hearsay.
Oh my God, really? Thank you, guys.
And there's nothing to authenticate it. It is our belief that she created this fraudulently for the purposes of today's proceeding.
All right, so this would be number 4 as a proffer?
It's all
Total
waste.
waste.
All right.
And nothing to she hasn't authenticated any of it.
4 other judges in the state of Florida saw her evidence before this date, and she was denied.
Wrote things on there like CPS.
I appreciate you guys.
Objection. Is it possible to, like, do an IP address to track?
Okay, hold on. Let him finish making his objection, and you can respond to his objection.
So none of these, this is all hearsay.
Saying it's all hearsay.
Authenticated. These are from unknown phone numbers.
Objection
It's our belief that
hearsay.
she created all of these texts herself, wrote things like CPS on it herself. These are none of these phone numbers go to anything.
He's telling her that none of the phone numbers are corroborated. There's no proof of her evidence being authenticated. It's all been made up by Gabbi Jacobson.
The vast majority.
And the judge seems to agree.
I think the first page is none of it is in the injunction. And the first page of it is still
Best one in the county.
Text message from an unknown date, unknown time, from an unknown person. So it's hearsay. The rest of it,
I know she told everyone she lied. She's still lying on my name today.
These pictures were not in her petition, and it's all hearsay.
All right. Now, did you want to respond to his objection?
Yes, it is not all hearsay, and if we could have the courts run an IP address, get all the CPS courts, everything that I have submitted, as well as here in the court, is not fraudulent. It is 100% facts.
The judge
if we
ruled
have
that
to
it wasn't.
investigate and go deeper into this, showing that none of this is hearsay, none of this is fraudulent, I would love to do that, because I am standing here before you, Your Honor, telling you 100% that was not me, and I did not create those.
Judge ruled they have been faked, and she's the only one standing there presenting them to a judge. The only people in the courtroom at this time are me, Brownie, the Attorney General, my lawyer, the judge, and Gabbi. Thank you.
And if we can run an IP address to...
I can't. That's not my job to investigate or present a case. So
Yep, she thought she could do in a court of law what she does here on TikTok.
That would be sustained as hearsay. Objection.
Let me remind you, all of her forged evidence has been documented in evidence.
Motions.
Right there for the Attorney General
No, Your
to
Honor.
get a hold of.
Yes.
Miss Jacobson, you stated under oath here, under penalties of perjury, that this is your first time ever doing this. Is that correct? Do you remember saying that here in court? You said that in court.
Wait, did you hear what he said? And who's she talking about committing perjury and lying under oath? She just said that this was her first time doing this, and he's asking her about it.
For the injunctions.
Okay. You actually filed a fraudulent injunction against Maria Matthews, case number 2023-O is in Orange, P is in Paul, 001471. And you
Yeah,
filed
he
a
went
fake
there.
injunction, which was denied in DuPage County, Illinois. Do you recall that?
I do.
Okay.
And
You also filed a
So who has lied under oath?
injunction to Juliana Muskowski, Juliana spelled Julina, last name M-A-S-K.
The truth is coming out, tippity tap, because she's going to be madder than a wet hen.
That was case number 2023-O as in Orange, P as in Paul, 001470. You filed that in DuPage County, Illinois. That fake injunction was filed and it was denied by the court. Do you recall that?
I do, but how is it fraudulent when I went into the courthouse and did all the paperwork that they told me to do? That's not fraudulent.
You also filed a fake injunction against a Taylor Sloan, case number 2023-O as in Orange, P as in Paul,
I'm sorry.
001469. You filed that in DuPage County, Illinois, and that all this, you submitted
That's my
all the
CD
same-
drive I had to
all the
get.
same things that you submitted here with the fake phone numbers, all of that, and that was denied in DuPage County. Do you recall that?
I do, but at the same time, that was my first time doing all of this, and I was new.
So you have
Was filing in DuPage County, Illinois your first time, Gabby? Or was it right here in this courtroom that you swore under oath was your first time doing this? I think that's called perjury.
I've done this before. So yes?
Yes.
You lied to the court.
Multiple
You said
other
earlier
cases, Deb.
that This is your first time, correct?
Well, with the injunction and being in a different state, I mean, I never had to do with, like, cyber stalking. It was always, what do they call it in DuPage? Something different, so that's what I meant.
Okay. You also filed a fake injunction against my client Laura Harding in Monroe County, Indiana, which was denied by the court there. And you filed all the same stuff that you filed here. That was denied on September 17th, 2024. Do you recall that?
I do.
Okay, so you recall filing all the same information in Monroe County, Indiana, regarding Laura Harding. You recall that?
Yes.
Okay. And you recall being in front of a judge on or about September 17th of 2024, and the judge denying your injunction there.
Yes.
Okay. So this wasn't, when you told the court here earlier that this was your first time doing this, you lied to this court, correct? Yes or no?
No, cyber stalking, I just thought it was different of how every state's different how they proceed.
Don't punish me, Judge. I'm just a big old dummy dumb.
I mean, I just thought that the cyber stalking was a different...
No, you didn't.
Different,
Judge didn't buy it either.
Isn't it true you filed the same type of cyber stalking in Illinois?
No.
In Monroe County you did.
No, that was domestic violence? No.
No,
It wasn't
ma'am.
cyber stalking.
You filed injunctions in Illinois and Indiana, correct?
I don't recall injunctions that they were saying that. It was something else.
No, ma'am.
Something for protection, a protection order?
Maybe, but it wasn't.
The same thing that the same type of legal piece of
See,
paper.
she
that
thinks
you
she could play
filed, you
innocent and
filed
lie
in
and just
DuPage
lie.
County, Illinois, correct?
It was 3 years ago. It was a paper that I had the DuPage court help me with. And it wasn't like
Somebody helped her with it. She's trying to throw somebody else under the bus. Thank you,
Get
Vicky.
injunctions to get protection orders against other people in other parts of the country, correct?
I didn't submit any evidence. I had to write a statement. And then they just had
Thank you.
it in front of a judge.
So you've been to DuPage County, Illinois, correct?
Yes.
And all of your injunctions or requests for protection, all of those were denied there, correct?
Correct.
And you did the same thing to Laura Harding, who you brought here from Monroe County, Indiana. You brought her here from Monroe County, and you did the same thing to her in Monroe County, Indiana, correct?
I love him too.
Correct.
Okay, you filed all the same paperwork in Monroe County that you did here, correct?
Say that one more time.
You filed all the same or similar paperwork regarding these phone numbers, this alleged stalking. You filed all of that in Monroe County, Indiana, against Laura Harding, correct?
Yes.
And that was all denied on September 17, 2024.
Correct. But
Mine too,
again, if I
Mike.
could say something, I didn't know. I'm not really good at this kind of stuff. And
Isn't
so,
it true you posted online a $500 bounty, whoever could record today's court proceedings, so that you could post it on your TikTok page?
say that one more time.
You posted a $500 bounty to whoever could record today's events, so that you could post it on TikTok.
Bounty? No.
You posted a request for somebody to tape record today's proceedings.
No.
Is that why you brought your Apple Watch in, so that you could tape record today's proceedings?
Absolutely not.
Oopsie.
And you're here to make money off this court proceeding, correct?
No.
Okay. How much money do you make on TikTok?
Not a lot.
You have subscribers, correct?
I do.
Mind you, they already knew the answers
Your
to everything he's
subscribers,
asking.
You post your address out there for your subscribers, correct?
Nope,
No.
he's the best
Ask
in
your
Lee County.
subscribers to send you gifts for your son, for yourself, correct?
Friends, yes.
No, yeah,
But they're not subscribers.
You post your address publicly so people can send you gifts for your son.
No, that is friends that I've met.
Okay, and you posted
Thank you,
this
Owen.
publicly, correct?
Post what?
Your address in Cape Coral. you
No.
posted this.
No, I've never posted my address on social media.
And you've
well,
requested,
crap.
and you posted your phone number, correct?
No.
And her
You
license
posted
plate.
things so that you could
She doxed herself just again today.
Send you
Thank you, guys.
items for your son, which you then turn around and sell on Facebook Marketplace.
Absolutely not.
And that's what you do. You prey on people's feelings on Facebook by creating a fake persona, correct?
No.
You have a TikTok persona, correct?
I do.
And
A
you're doing
persona.
that for money, correct?
It's for an income.
Yes.
She lies for
And you put
income
drama
on
all of
TikTok.
this, the drama that you create, you put on there so that you can make money from people, correct?
It's entertainment.
Okay.
Just entertainment, her fake miscarriage,
No.
all entertainment, rage baiting.
Yes. You said there was a letter regarding a cease and desist.
He did it. I gotta pause for a second. He did this part right here because, like I said, the Attorney General was sitting behind us, the one that's investigating her for the fraud, for practicing law without a license, for all kinds of other shit, was sitting right behind us. So this part he's doing for the Attorney General in the courtroom.
You recognize that audio?
Yes.
How do you recognize that audio?
This is from a paralegal in Illinois
Paralegals cannot
that
practice law.
she said that she would help me. And so she wrote it, and then I mailed it out.
Okay, you mailed it out here in Cape Coral?
Yes.
Okay. So that is You got that from a real law firm?
Yes.
What's the name of the
Testified it's a real law
It's
firm.
Steinfeld. There's 3 parts of it, but I can go, if I can get excused, I can go ahead and reach the paralegal,
Okay, so
and they can tell you.
there's a law office of Steinfeld, and Francis law offices.
Yes.
Correct?
There's like 3 parts of it.
Okay, and you're saying that this is a real law firm?
By the paralegal, yes.
No? Is this a real law firm?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to show
She's
you.
a supervisor paralegal that works for the law firm and works for the attorneys.
I'm going to ask.
Guess who else testified that was a real law firm? Mimi.
Okay, this is defense 1. And then show you what's not defense, respondents 1. Respondents 2, this is also a letter directed to Laura Harding.
Correct.
Is that from the same law firm?
Yes.
And you're saying here under oath in this court that law firm exists?
That's what the paralegal told me.
Throwing people under the bus.
In that law firm?
Correct, yes. When I was living in Illinois, we were actually, it was a family friend from a long, long time ago, and now she's older, and she got her degree as a paralegal, and now she's a paralegal supervisor. And she found me on TikTok, and she said, Gabby, this
Karma
is not
is
okay
locked
for
and
someone to do
loaded,
this to you. So she looked over my TikTok, she investigated, she dug deep, and she was like, I can help you. They need to stop doing this to you.
Right, so
If you want me to, I can go outside and
We
talk
need to
the
stop
paralegal.
telling the truth about her being an actress and telling lies to earn money here on TikTok. Imagine that. So see, we have a purpose.
Is this the same?
It's called theft by deception, Gabby.
Phil Steinberg's from?
I never
When you impersonated Phil Steinberg, is that the same person?
impersonated.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, can you repeat that again?
When you impersonated a lawyer here, is that the same law firm?
I never impersonated anybody.
Do you know who Phil Steinberg is?
No.
Okay, so you're under oath. Did you go to this law firm of Steinfeld and Francis law office?
No, I did not. I was FaceTiming with the law firm.
She FaceTime with that law firm now in your office. A law firm that doesn't exist.
Okay, so you don't object to the court reviewing this. You agree that this was a letter that you produced and mailed to Ms. Natasha Brown.
The paralegal wrote it. They emailed it to me, and I sent it out here. Yes.
That'll be respondents.
Right to the Attorney General.
Respondents to. And did you respondents to, which is Laura
She's
Harding,
being investigated. She is in trouble.
have Victoria
He was genius,
Montero write
man.
that letter?
Genius.
Yes.
And is she a real person?
She's a real
She
person.
consented to writing that letter?
Yes, she did.
And she wrote that on a real law firm's letterhead?
The judge took it into evidence.
Do you know that law firm exists, yes or no?
Yes, I looked at it.
Okay, so it does exist.
Yes. There's 3 parts of it. But I would like to, if I could, go out there and call Victoria and prove that it is a law firm.
And then you
If I
also,
could.
you mailed that letter, I'm going to show you this more.
You're welcome. I said I would when I got it.
Number 3, respondents to, you actually mailed that letter here at Cape Coral, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do you agree
I love him
that-
too.
That you posted that FedEx receipt, that you mailed that letter to both Natasha Brown and to Laura Harding?
Yes.
And you did that here at Cape Coral?
Yes.
Oh my God.
All right. Enter that into evidence.
Very well spent. I couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you very much.
Can I go call the paralegal?
And you talked to Victoria Montero. Is that your testimony under oath?
Yes.
And did you meet with this law firm of Steinfeld
Thank you.
and Francis?
I had a FaceTime meeting in her office.
Okay, and did you meet with an attorney?
No, I did not.
Did you speak to
She just
him?
testified a minute ago. She did.
So you met with
Gabby was Gabby's lawyer.
Victoria Quintero, the paralegal supervisor.
Yes.
At the law firm of Steinfeld, and Francis.
I don't know if she does or not.
Yes.
And the phone number, 630-532-9102.
Nope, this is not recorded illegally. This was,
Where does that go?
I got these the right way. I filed the paperwork. See, this is me requesting
Does that go to you?
this recording.
No, that's not my number.
That goes to your friend, Victoria?
The paralegal.
That goes to your friend, who's posing as a paralegal, correct?
No.
Yep, he was there.
And you're telling this court under oath that the letters...
Oh my God, you guys, thank you.
As respondents 1 and 2 from Steinfeld, and Francis Law Office, those are real letters that you were given from a real law firm and that you sent out here in Cape Coral?
Yes.
Shit, this stupid computer.
And isn't it true you also showed that those
Yep.
letters to law enforcement in Monroe County, Ohio?
Yes.
Okay. And you also showed those letters in Indiana as well when you called the police on Laura Harding?
No.
You sent the letters to law enforcement?
For the deceased?
Yeah,
No.
the ones that we just marked as evidence, which is respondents 1 and 2 from the law firm of Steinfeld, and Francis Law Offices, you sent those letters to law enforcement in Monroe County, Ohio.
He didn't. He's still not done eating yet.
To the sheriff department?
He's still eating.
I mailed them.
I know.
Yes.
Okay, and that was when you were filing a complaint against Natasha
No,
Brown?
she's playing dumb.
No, I was doing the assist and deceased to stop having to have them to stop talking about me. And if they could,
She was trying to take away my First Amendment right to freedom of speech, to voice my opinion about her shitty acting here on this app.
continue to go on, I would bring it further.
Okay, and then you also mailed those same
Oh my
letters
God, 3 million. You guys are
Steinfeld
awesome.
and Francis Law Offices to law enforcement in Indiana regarding Laura Harding, correct?
No.
Okay. You only did that you only sent it to law enforcement regarding Natasha Brown?
Yes.
Okay. And you submitted those same letters from Steinfeld, and Francis Law Offices to the court in in Illinois, correct?
I'm sorry, say that one
You
more time.
submitted the same letter to the court in DePage County, Illinois.
Not the same letter. No, Your Honor. No.
You submitted the same letter to the court in Monroe County, Indiana, regarding Laura Harding.
No.
Okay. Where else did you submit this letter from Steinfeld, and Francis Law Offices?
It was towards Natasha Brown, Kylie Faubert, and Laura J. Harding.
But she just said she didn't send one to my police.
Kylie Faubert, that's somebody else that you filed an injunction against here in Lee County, correct?
Correct.
And that's someone that has to come here from Michigan in April, correct?
Correct.
And isn't it true you've actually never spoken to Natasha Brown on the phone?
Correct.
Isn't it true you've never actually spoken to Laura Harding on the phone?
Correct.
Isn't it true Laura Harding never sent you
Yes,
a
Monroe
single
County,
text
Indiana.
message?
That I cannot confirm because I do have a screenshot from somebody that's saying Brownie, which is Natasha Brown, is calling you. And I said, I know 50 people are. She goes, are you okay? I'm like, no, they won't leave me alone.
Isn't it true that Natasha Brown has never called you?
Again, I cannot confirm that because, I mean, speaking on the phone to phone, no.
Isn't it true that Natasha Brown's never sent you a single message?
Again, no, but I can't confirm that she wasn't a part of it when I have a screenshot stating that she was contributing
Neither was I.
to all of it.
So how much money are you making off of TikTok from Natasha Brown and Laura?
I have to go ahead and calculate it.
See there? Who's making money off of... She's making money off our names.
I can't say a direct number. I could go and
The
look
judge
and
knows
add it all
exactly.
up.
So did the Attorney General. So did my attorney.
All right. And you do these live podcasts where you make fun of your child.
Yep, he asked how much she's making.
To have people feel sorry for you to send money in, correct?
No.
And you do these live podcasts. You just stated under oath, you've never done that.
Not to make fun of my son. Absolutely not.
Isn't it true you've actually made videos discussing your son?
Explain, please.
Isn't it true that you've made videos discussing your son online?
Discussing?
For money? Yeah.
Not for money.
You made videos online on TikTok regarding your son, correct?
What I did was I'm a
Yes or
mother.
no?
No.
No, okay. You said under oath you've never done that. You've never made videos regarding your son. And
Like disgusting videos?
discussing your son online. You've never done that.
Your Honor, I have to know like what he's talking about.
Talking about,
I can't.
Gabby,
when
discussing.
He says disgusting things,
It's just disgusting, not disgusting.
Isn't it true you've made videos online discussing your son to
Oh
the
yes,
public?
yes. Okay. I thought you said disgusting. I'm sorry.
And isn't it true you've actually made videos online of you bouncing off of your vagina, calling it a clam slam, so you can get minors to watch you?
No.
You've never done that before online?
No.
Okay. Isn't it true you've actually done drugs online?
No.
Okay. And isn't it true you've discussed the mental health of your son online to get people to give you money?
Mental health.
You called your son a serial killer one time online. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so you
I can't.
You were telling us you actually called your son a serial killer.
Can I explain?
online.
Can I explain?
Yes or no?
Can I explain? Your Honor, can I please explain?
Go ahead.
Please,
Let her
can I-
explain. I'd love to hear this.
I'm a new mom, and I had no friends, nothing like that. And when he was 1 year old, he was starting with all these behaviors,
you.
fighting, hitting, acting out. And being a first-time mom, I didn't know. And so I was venting to a lot of moms, and I just said, I just don't want him to, I want to raise him right, and I just don't want him to be raised to be. And
I know she's full of shit.
I should have never said it. I was thinking out loud as a mom, and knowing that I was worried about what was wrong, and I just wanted to do what's right, and it wasn't towards anything. And he is a beautiful, he's an amazing child now. And
They do roll the
it was
tape.
just a venting moment. And
Ms. Jacobson, how much money did you make online when you called your son a serial killer and said he had bipolar disorder? How much money did you make?
I never said bipolar.
Okay.
And I never asked money for my son. That's disgusting.
And
What I do is
how much money did you make when you posted videos of you slapping a dog?
I did not slap a dog.
Okay. And how much money did you make when you were
big
posting
trouble.
videos regarding the fake threats?
Excuse me?
You remember going online saying you were threatened?
Yes, they had a screenshot, a text message that came across me.
And you were in fear of your life, right?
I didn't want to show I was fearful of my life, because then if you do, then you show them that you are afraid, and sometimes they do
See,
something.
she makes money off of pretending to be stalked and harassed online while
Nothing to
slandering
joke
other
about.
creators' names on
So if
TikTok.
you're under oath, being threatened is nothing to be joked about. That's what you're telling this court.
Basically, when I was
Yes
trying.
or no? Were you threatened?
I was, yes.
You were in fear for your life.
I was, yes.
And you posted that online.
Yes, this will be on YouTube.
I say things out of my mouth.
Did you
just
post it
thinking.
online that you were afraid for your life? Yes or no?
I don't recall.
And they had all the answers right there. They were ready for her. Because remember, she had been in front of 5 other Florida judges with her bullshit before
I have
today.
nothing else.
All right, do you have any redirect based on his cross-examination?
Nothing is fraudulent, Your Honor, and I can call the paralegal and get her to testify, or you can summons her, and she can be under oath. As far as the text messages and everything like that, that did not come from me.
5 separate times she's tried to get me for stalking and harassing in Florida. One time here
Yes.
in
Do they have
in
direct
Indiana.
knowledge of the matters in this case?
No. It's my mom and fiance.
Gabbi Jacobson pretends to be stalked and harassed online here on TikTok so that she can get sympathy from people to send her money.
And
All while
they live
frauding the
separately.
government.
Do you still want to call them?
I do. Please.
Here comes her mama.
We'll have to rule on relevancy. I'm not sure what.
Here comes Mimi.
Want to call first?
My mother.
And her name?
Patty.
Patty what?
Patty Reiner.
You don't have to thank me, I'm clearing my name. Not even fake tears, just fake noises. He ain't done tearing her ass up either, just wait. Did you hear him laughing?
Come up here, please. All right. Could you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? All right.
I'm sure she's probably
You'll need
flipping
to speak
out.
loudly and into the microphone. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all, it was hard to have your name drugged knowing you're innocent.
Are you Patty Reiner?
Yes, I am.
Are you my mother?
Yes, I am. Only by adoption. I am your grandmother.
It'll be up on YouTube.
Have you heard Natasha Brown speaking ill of me on live?
Yes.
Oh wait, thank you. They catch Mimi perjuring herself too.
Have you heard her threaten my safety on live?
Yes.
Have you heard her say that she is going to take pictures of me outside the courtroom?
Yes.
Yep, already
Same
lying.
thing with Mrs. Laura Harding, Patty.
That one I can't say correctly, and I'll tell you because they go by those names. And I know Natasha's.
Yes, it's the
screen
same.
name. I don't know what they call it. I'm not a TikTok person.
She's
Have
not
you
a TikTok
witnessed them
person.
on live streaming me and talk about my body parts?
Objection. This is facts, not evidence. Best evidence rule. Hearsay upon hearsay.
All right.
And leading.
Patty, have you gotten threats?
Objection. Leading.
Well, I'm going to overrule this point.
Yes, I have. May I speak on that point?
Is it related to this case?
He's gonna open boxes up here in just a little bit.
When they became involved, when Natasha, I only know them as Brownie and Waffles, and so I really didn't know their actual names. But then I found it out when this all took place. When I first began, when Gabbi moved to Florida.
Who's Gabby?
Karma
Gabbi
gets
is
everybody.
sitting there.
Okay. She's a petitioner?
Yes, Gabrielle.
Okay.
When she first came to Florida, Cameron was a baby, and at that time Gabbi was a vet tech, had a very good job, had a good home, had a place to bring Cam.
This is all irrelevant, by the way.
Had a good life, like everything that some can use. And I'm out of line, but COVID changed a lot of social behavior.
I'm going to object to this is irrelevant.
Okay, I'll move on.
Okay.
I'll move on to what the question was.
Which is, I believe, were you threatened?
Yes.
Okay, Judge,
So,
we're not here for that.
Okay, what was the question then?
She wanted to know if she was threatened. We're here for Gabrielle Jacobson. We're not here for this. I don't even know who this person is. This is one of her actors on TikTok.
I don't know why she's crying. She wanted her truth out.
TikTok.
She wanted to silence me.
Your Honor, I have no TikTok. Okay, I just want to say one thing, and I think that I feel like I should have that, being that these particular, Natasha especially, what she's done.
There's no proof
Gabbi
that
filed
anybody
her
done anything to
petition.
Gabbi.
Up until that point, I was awoken almost every single night up until 1 and 2 in the morning.
That's because your granddaughter's rage baiting on the internet.
Petition.
And they were going to
For the record,
run my
Judge.
place of employment.
For the record, she stated under oath.
And when you say she?
Gabrielle Jacobson stated that this witness that's coming up next has no direct knowledge, and now suddenly she's got all this knowledge. So, which is it? And she's
Mimi,
none of
that's
what she's
perjury,
talking about
babe.
is listed in any of
Whore
the
Babylon.
injunctions. So it's beyond the scope, and she's already said that she has no direct knowledge.
So I'll just explain that Natasha did dox my phone number online so that my number, not only my number, but my husband, who is mild dementia, was getting phone numbers.
I'm going to object. This is a narrative that's not relevant to
Even though you see her name with her doing all this,
Okay. Evidence-wise, how do you know that it was Natasha
that did it,
Brown?
because it's her call name. Your Honor, the calls were very hard, and I will tell you that I tried to find somebody, but
She doesn't.
they have AI is so good that they can manipulate numbers.
Now it's
every
AI.
time I tried to call back, that number was blocked already, and then another number would appear, and another number.
Doesn't mean it was me
I
or
think that after
anybody else.
I have 14 grandchildren that are, and they were calling me and saying, Nana, people are putting stuff out there.
She made noise like she was crying. There was never any
And so,
tears.
I will say that I'm angry with the cause. I was threatened. My job was threatened. I've been 8 years in place. My children were threatened. But more than anybody, Cameron.
I'm going to object, Judge.
I just don't know what this has to do with
That's what he just said.
that she is being cyber stalked, and her whole family is under the same thing. We're all being stalked.
Your Honor, that's why I put her name on the injunction. I put her name, I put my son's name, I put Aaron's
There's
name.
no proof of these allegations.
She's a grown adult. If she wants to file her own, she could do it if she wishes.
Right. Okay.
Obviously under penalties of perjury.
All right. Well,
If Mimi files, it would be penalty of
I'm gonna
perjury.
object to all of her testimony. It's irrelevant. And
If Gabbi refiles, it would
not
be
contained
penalty
in
of
the
perjury.
reports of Ms.
It's going back down to the court. Gab's, oh my gosh, guys.
Against either Laura Harding or Natasha Brown.
well, I guess I'm having problems with the evidentiary foundation has not been laid. You've indicated that you don't know the two respondents. You only know names Brownie and Waffles, I think you said.
This, Natasha, this is her on her picture. This is what she sent.
Okay.
So just let the record reflect that the witness has given the middle finger to the court.
I have a picture of
Mimi
Natasha.
flipped the judge off. Oh my God, 4 million, you guys are
But
great.
because of the sophistication of the electronics, there's no showing here today that, in fact, Natasha Brown is the one posting this information.
Even though it's your face?
Did you hear what the judge ruled? There's no indication that it was us.
Your Honor, please.
Please, Judge,
No
just believe me,
evidentiary
Judge.
basis
You're welcome.
that-
So what? Okay.
I'm not here to explain evidence to you, so I'm going to sustain the objection.
Oh my God, 4 million, you guys. Thank you.
Do you have any other questions?
Just, if Ms. Jacobson's done, I'll ask her if you want cross. I think she is done.
Go ahead.
Miss, what's your name again?
Reiner.
Reiner. You're one of Miss Jacobs' actresses on her TikTok live
No,
stream.
that's AI being done on me.
Okay. Oh, so somebody else is doing something
Oh,
about
yeah.
it.
Me in the orange clothing, the prison garb with my face on it.
Yes, your daughter actually puts you on as you're like one of the extras that come on her show, right?
No, I don't even have a TikTok. I never watched it.
Right. And
She's never watched TikTok, but she just testified earlier she had firsthand knowledge and saw us do all these horrible things to Gabbi here on TikTok. Oopsie.
you go on TikTok with Miss Jacobson and you give everybody the middle finger, correct?
No, I've never given, I don't even swear.
Oh, you didn't call people all the names that are listed in here?
No. Oh, what names? What, no, I think I need to be told what names that have been said.
Okay, you call people a bitch on there, the C word.
Oh, I've never used the C word.
And so how much do you get paid to be one of her actresses?
Oh, my word.
How much do you get paid?
Oh my word.
Nothing. I am her mother. I've raised her.
Okay, and do you know about the letter with the law firm?
Yes.
Okay, and that's a real law firm?
Parts of it is.
Parts of it.
The
Oh, Mimi just said only parts of the law firm is real.
ones that I know. I know the woman that she's been in contact with.
Okay, you know.
I know her only by name. I'm going to say that correctly. I know her only by name. I have not met her.
You know Victoria Quintero, the paralegal?
Her mother called me.
Her mother called you?
Yes.
And this is a real law firm, correct?
Her mother called me because she recognized Gabrielle and Danielle as the people that used to go to a karaoke bar in Illinois.
Objection. My mom has not been in contact with Victoria or the law firm. It was between me and Victoria. The only thing is that Victoria's mother was the only one who was reaching out to her.
She could stop the witnesses cross, but
Right.
She objected.
She's given sworn testimony, so we need to continue with her testimony.
Yeah, I only know that her mother called me.
I don't know, but it
my
happened.
number had been doxed.
Marcus is responses in 4. I'll ask you for 5, 10 minutes.
This is what.
Okay. 4.
I'll ask you. You recognize it?
Yes, I recognize it.
How do you recognize it?
I don't know how you do that. Let me see how much longer we got.
No, I
Oh
never.
my gosh, we got a long time to go.
I might have seen it, and you know.
Should we do part 2 tomorrow night so we can stretch out the crash out? Or do you want to just keep going? Do you want to stretch it out or keep going? Keep going? Okay.
Home. I do have a grandchild there. I do go to her home.
Okay, keep tapping. I gotta go pee.
It's possible. I don't know.
She's the one who posted that online, the letter from the law firm, correct?
I have no idea. I just told you that I've seen it in her home. This was not sent to me. My initials are not up here.
Have you seen a copy of that screenshot of that text?
I have not. No.
You want to ask?
No, I'm not. I don't believe in TikTok. I don't like it.
Okay. You've been on there before, isn't that true?
The only time, sir, I am on TikTok is when they first moved down here, and we would go to the beach, or we'd go to a restaurant that they had not been to, and it was fun. They all called me Mimi, and they would hold it up, and I thought it was innocent. I thought it was, I would wave hi everybody, but there was no obstruction of anything. Nobody was being mean or
You're not her birth mother, correct?
correct.
When did you adopt her?
I've had him since birth.
Okay, and then the twin?
But since birth. I have 5 children I gave birth to.
Okay.
My daughter that gave birth to these twins had a stroke.
Okay.
Okay?
And so all this TikTok stuff, you take no part of this.
No, because I don't like it.
Okay. Because your daughter does it for money, correct?
That is her choice. She is a grown woman.
She does it for money, correct?
She's a grown woman. So does all TikTokers.
Does your daughter Gabrielle Jacobson?
I don't know. I don't see the money, and I don't know about the money. I told you, it is not my concern. She's 30-some years old, okay?
Thank you.
Okay. All right, make sure you step down. All right, and do you want to call your other witness?
My fiance,
Thank you, Your Honor.
Nope, here goes
Aaron
the...
Bradley.
I played the field.